In this video, I'm going to be looking at the types of precedent and how precedent is handled. Starting off with the three types. So first of all, we've got binding precedent. This is a decision made previously by a higher level or the same level court that must be followed in future cases. Persuasive precedent is a previous decision that's helpful but not binding. This can include precedent from lower courts like R versus R, decisions of the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council, statements made in obiter like an R versus Howe, and decisions made in courts in other countries like Halsey Hall versus Lister. And then original precedent. This is the first case on a topic that will form new precedent for future cases to follow. In this situation, judges may use analogy, and this is relating to other similar cases. There are three main ways of handling precedent. The first one is overruling, and this is when a court states that the precedent decided in an earlier case was incorrect. Stannard versus Gore overruled LMS versus styrene packaging. The second way of handling precedent is reversing. This is when a higher court overturns the decision of a lower court on appeal, like in Sweet versus Parsley. And then finally, distinguishing is when the judge finds that the material facts of their case are similar to others but different enough to find a distinction. And this is seen in the cases of R versus Brown and R versus Wilson. Now I'm going to look at some advantages and disadvantages of precedent. So, one advantage is certainty. Judges have to follow previous decisions so people know what the law is. This allows people to get accurate advice. It's also consistent and fair. Cases are decided in a similar way. There's also precision. Precedent is well illustrated and set out. And it's flexible. There's room for the law to change, as the Supreme Court can use the practice statement. And then some disadvantages. Rigidity is the main one. Lower courts have to follow the higher court decisions, and the Court of Appeal has to follow its own past decisions. It's also complex. There are so many cases that it may be difficult to find all the relevant case law. There's also the issue of confusion. Distinguishing has led to some areas of law becoming overly complex. There's also slowness of growth. Issues can only be brought in cases, so some out-of-date areas of law go for years without change. And then uncertainty, when a higher court reverses a lower court decision. Here's what a question might look like on this topic. Hopefully this video is helpful. Have a nice day.